All right, Abzan party. This is card for card, a deck list I copied from the Magic the Gathering Online Standard Challenge event, because remember, Magic the Gathering Online has the most competitive tournaments that you can pull deck lists from. So, there's technically a small red splash here off of Ketria Triome and some of these pathways, which the splash seems pretty ambitious, but it's mostly just for this one showdown of the Skalds in the sideboard. And there's one cheeky Skalds because we've got Coveted Prize here. Oh, this lets you cast it without paying its mana cost if you have a full party. Everything makes sense now. I forgot about the last line of text on this card. I thought this was just one mana Demonic Tutor, but it's actually better than that if you have a full party. So if you have a full party, this gets the card and it casts it. Yeah, the flavor text turns on. Yeah, I remember this card looking sweet, and then the party cards just weren't good enough. Yeah, this card seems powerful. So this lets us grab some of these cards out of our sideboard in the post-board games, depending on what's good where. It's also why we have Binding of the Old Gods, as well as one squad commander here to fish up with these when they're ideal. One of the things that makes me think maybe this deck could be playable is one of the things we were talking about in some of the other decks that we were building and looking at is there really aren't a lot of good one-drops in this format. And while like Wildwood Tracker and Sentinel like aren't anything to write home about, they are like, this attacks for 2 at least, right? And Archpriest of Iona here, if you fill your party up, is actually really good, right? Like, this can be a 4-2 for 1 that then also gives something 1-1 in flying. So, like, Archpriest and Coveted Prize are, like, really good party payoffs. We also have the Beacon of Unity here at the top of our curve, which can cost as little as 1 mana if your party is full. And then this generates card advantage in addition to being a 4-6 for potentially 1 mana if we meet our party requirements. In addition to Paragon here, counting as any party member that you need, we also have Masked Vandal here, which is just a playable changeling to fill in party roles as well. Now, it's important to note that the way the party mechanic works, the Vandal can't count for every party member. It just fills in what you're missing. So it can count for whichever one you're missing. Same with Paragon here. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see if this seems reasonable or if it was a stroke of luck that it spiked the event that it spiked. I feel like playing a Soul-type version of this deck is strange to me because giving up, like, the white cards are the payoff. Hey, Serenade. Thanks for resubbing. Sometimes you gotta refresh your browser to send it through. Thanks for keeping me around at any rate. So for those of you that are looking to take notes on playing an aggro deck at home, you'll note that my first mistake here was I lost the die roll. So if you're going to play aggro decks successfully, you need to make sure you win those. But there's 5 of us now, Zerg, and parties are only 4 people. Close, Zerg. Hailey for Healy. So we get to go Archpriest into Vandal into Beacon of Unity, right? If we go 1-drop, 2-drop, this is a 3-mana play. You sit on a throne of lies! Damn it, Bulky. Come on, 2-mana play. 2-mana play. 2-mana play. Damn it, Bobby. Our deck has so many 2-drops in it too, chat. Old Man Suede, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate the 17 months. Welcome back. Well, this is not a fantastic start to our drawing all of these is real awkward. We have exactly 10 pieces of top end and we had 4 of them in the top 10 cards. We concede to the Akroan War here, I think. Runeforge Champion. Nice mace stun, bro. Thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back. I think we're just doing this and killing their thing. Not blocking. Might as well attack. Rabner, thanks for the 44 months. Good morning. All right, for this game, I'm going to attempt to draw, more bottom end. Skillfully. Drop the extra binding. I feel like an extra removal spell here could be good. Maybe not on the play. Maybe I want that on the draw. Run Afoul is kind of cute. I'm just going to run it back here. I think we do this on 1, and then we do this on 2. Attacks or blocks, you control another non-human creature. It gets 1/1. So this is a non-human, right? This is Cleric, Warrior. This is Rogue and Wizard. Yeah, Winota is definitely on my list of things I want to get around to at some point. I'll probably be next week. Alright, so we get to look at most of their hands here. They reveal 3 cards, so our party is size 3. We have a Rogue, a Cleric, and a Warrior. We get to see everything except their best card. Well, shit. gonna go ahead and trade these. Yeah, I have plenty of redundant warriors. This card's really sick party payoff. You have a full party, creature control get 1/0 and indestructible. Unfortunate that they have the flyer here. Because Archpriest is ready for liftoff, but we can't do anything with it yet. If we hit the untapped land for Squad Commander next turn, should win the game pretty easily, I think. Great chat, squad up. How many land drops have we missed? 2 or 3? I'm gonna spread my power out as much as possible here. This is like a real payoff, chat. Like, it made us 4 guys, and then it made the squad 1 extra attack and indestructible, like... This is legit powerful. Let's see if we can get another turn with it here. Narrator, we could not. Okay. I think I'm waiting a turn to attack, right? Am I? Is it crazy to throw Paragon? Am I okay trading Paragon for one of these? I think I am. I guess I get to escape this. Yeah, it's probably bad because of the escape. Technically missing wizard now. This requires every color except white. So they escape Winota, they like block, or escape Winota, escape Ghost Rider. We're talking about Winota in chat. How badly have you missed that? Wow, rough. Okay. Is this lethal? This has menace, so they'd go block. Then they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I guess we can do this and target this, because if they sack this to right? If they sack something to this, they only have one blocker, and then they're dead. Okay, so yeah, so they can't save the Predator if I kill the Predator. Okay, so I'm gonna send these. So I can't kill them, but we can kill Tybalt and pressure their life total a bit, huh? Actually, if I send only 3 at Tybalt and they want to go block, they die, right? So I can attack one of these here. Because if they block even 1, do they die? If they block here and then they block here, they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they block one of these, they take 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to send 3 here. If I send only 2, they can block 1 and then still live. Yeah, they blocked this. I mean, to be fair, no, and I would be useful there, right? I could click on my attacks in different spots and see how it goes. Are they dead? I didn't do the math, but that looked like they were dead. Is Cardboard Live down? If you were watching while we were playing Runeterra, you need to refresh the stream. Is it crazy to board in these cards? I feel like it's not. I'm going to trim 2 beacons and a Harald and bring in these 4s to tutor up with Coveted, I think. Morning Float mana. Run Afoul to kill the dragons. Yeah, maybe. They had Goldspan Dragon too. Yeah, maybe this is a Run Afoul matchup on the draw. I could see that. None of these make white mana. Yikes. And we have Skalds in the opener. I guess if I draw a white land, this hand's really good, right? And for those of you at home that are wondering how to get good at Magic and card games, I would recommend you do what I just did here. Lose the die roll. That's technically what I did. Drew replacement 2-drop here as well. If you use black for the discard guy, you don't have red mana. Yeah, we're gonna play Showdown of the Skalds off of Coveted Prize. The goal here is to not need red mana to cast this. I assume something's getting Heartless Act or whatever here. Bone Crusher Gianted or whatnot. Oh, that's really good for us. Owls, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel today. So next turn, we can go Acquisitions Expert into Unity here. This card's so fucking offensive. Just so efficient. All right, dealer's choice on the discard here. just every time, chat. Never not a pair. Deal. That seems great for us, huh? I mean, all right. I don't know that we were necessarily going to win that game. I think we were ahead. We take those, I guess. We're almost to diamond. We'll take those while we're almost to diamond. Lost our second die roll in a row. Big Papa Punts. Some skill-intensive mulligans here. Oh, this card makes mana of any color too. I forgot about that. That goes a long way to making our fixing work. So we get to play this on 1 into white mana, this on 2. And actually, a lot of these ramp decks have been playing the counter unless you pay 1 card. So I'd actually I'd rather lead on this, so that way I get to double spell this turn still. Even if they have the counter unless I pay 1. Because if I lead on this and they counter this unless I pay 1, I then can't use this to play another thing. Yes! Just like we drew it up. Usually these decks aren't playing sweepers game 1. Like the deal 2 to everything 3 mana card could be something we're concerned about post board, but definitely not something we're playing around to start. Angry Land, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel today. Harald! Get the camera, Harald! There's a Wildwood Tracker, Harald! You won't believe it! Yeah, trading my 5-drop for their 5-drop for my 1-drop sounds pretty good. I gave this the extra attack because I wanted to spread out my attack as much as I could here. In the event of, like, Bone Crusher Giant. Isn't it always strictly better to be playing Snowlands? Yeah, technically. Some people like how their alt art basics look. I know I do. Why is it strictly better to play Snowlands? Because there's a lot of things that incidentally pay you off for getting Snowlands in the event that you, like, take some of your opponent's cards for some reason. We did win on just 2 lands. Alright, Toski sounds sick here. Showdown to gas back up sounds sick here. Binding seems slow. They don't really have things that we want to kill either. I know they had dragons, but I don't really know if this is a Run Afoul matchup. I don't really know that I want to be interactive here. I think I just mostly want to be the beatdowns. I think we trim a Beacon of Unity here, perhaps. Honestly, I could see Questerson being okay too here, just like as a big burst of damage to find with Coveted Prize. Could maybe see that. I don't know. When sideboarding with aggressive decks, less is more is usually a good rule of thumb. Run Afoul kills sharks too. That's a good point. Okay, I think I'm sold on killing sharks too, actually. What sort of matchup is Garruk for? I imagine control decks is the answer to that. It's like a smattering of different 4-mana card advantage. This is the deck list people that are joining us. This is card for card a deck list that top 8'd a Magic Online tournament last weekend, so this is not something I've built. It's something I copied and pasted. This is where the magic happens. And if we miss on green on turn 2, we'll just concede and go to game 3 on the play. It's perfect. No! Fuck! What just happened? Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no! The pride cometh before the fall, chat. We misclicked. Yikes. This hand's great, right? It's fine. I get to be on the play for game 3. I clicked on the wrong side of the path. We drew the exact pathway we needed, and then I clicked on the wrong side like a big idiot. The Sentinels have been very good. Alright, sure. Yeah, you know. We could have played Coveted Prize there too to get our other party payoff. Like, that was sick. That was like legit powerful. See, chat, just pretend that second game never happened. Just pretend the second game never happened. It was way cooler than game 2, but see, exactly. See, I knew what was going to happen in game 3, and I didn't want you all to miss that game 3 if I accidentally won game 2. I was just thinking of you all at home. Way to 2-0 that game. Yeah, we 2-0'd with both games on the plate. What am I bottoming here? Is it just Cragcrown Pathway? I think it's Cragcrown Pathway. Yeah, I think we let the greed consume us for sure. Also, looking at this deck and thinking about it for half a second, this pathway is stupid and we're gonna cut it after this game. Just for reference. We should definitely, I'm pretty sure we're playing 2 Bark Channel and 2 green-red pathways, and we should definitely just be playing 4 green-red pathways. This is blue to theoretically let you pay blue mana on this card's activation, but I would much rather just have more red lands to cast Skalds out of the sideboard more consistently. Oh, I messed up. This is not... I was thinking this was the mana one. It's not. Would you run more Skalds on the board? I don't think so. I don't think you need more Skalds with Coveted Prize. I actually don't think I've played against Tybalt's Trickery. Like, maybe once on stream. There isn't a lot of it in Best of 3. Yefja, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. So, there's merit to holding Masked Vandal for when they drop Great Henge, which I think is probably the play. I think I'm supposed to attack with both of these and let them kill one with the beast. They take 2, and then we drop this. Because this needs a creature in my bin to kill Henge next turn. Nah, Hyper, you should enjoy whatever decks you want to enjoy. Well, they could have drawn a green land, Tumos. So you're right that they don't currently have a second green, but they also are still making land drops. So, like, the fact that they played Giant Killer here could be indicative, but, like, they hadn't missed a land drop yet, so there's no reason to assume that they don't have a second green Henge next turn. Pretty sure we just squat up here. Yeah, we're missing a party member, right? We need a cleric or a rogue. This is also a warrior, and this is a warrior. There's a good chance this game's gonna run away from us here. Because we didn't have all of our pieces early. We don't have any wizards in our deck. These are our wizards. So I think we play this turn, and then next turn we can Masked Vandal attack. We're hoping to dodge double Bone Crusher Giant here. Unfortunately, I think it's stomping time. Yeah, they are actually stuck on green here, it looks like. Pink Parts TV, thanks for the follow. Deal. Okay, no henge. You know what the best part about this card with Party is, chat? It means I don't have to do math and I just get to attack. That's the best part. Our best draw there would have been another Coveted Prize. The backswing can be scary, can it? I mean, like, they have to block with some amount of stuff, right? If they go block on these, they're taking... I guess they're only taking 10. Am I dead on the backswing? 10, 13, 14, 15, 16? Nah, smash. That's cleave mana. I mean, it's... Okay, here's the dirty secret, chat. You're never not dead to cleave. You should basically never count cleave when you're counting if you're dead, because you're fucking dead. So just pretend they don't have it. Which is the big part of why I can't fathom why these decks have been cutting cleave. So many of these deck lists I've seen are playing like 0, 1, or only 2 cleave, and like it's very silly to me. I'm almost never sad when these decks mope around and draw more cards. I'm always dead to cleave. So like the fact that they're playing fewer cleaves is like great. How many cleaves is too many cleaves? 5. Unless Magic Arena lets you register 5 of them. If Arena lets you register 5 cleaves, it's fine. Go with it. No blocks. Kill me. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And Decoria answers.
8. Oh, I only have 8 creatures too? That's sad. Coveted Prize. Coveted Prize. Nailed it! This Twitch stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. I don't even know what we're getting, chat. I don't even know what we're getting. Oh, wait, if I get a Flying Idiot, they die, right? They put Reach on this? They put Vigilance on it. Ha ha! Activated my trap card. Houston, you are cleared for liftoff. And see, like, they're playing, like, Vivian. Like, I don't understand why the opponent's archetype is playing Vivian. Like, why would you play Vivian instead of just... If, like, that Vivian had been Embercleave, we would have died, right? Like, just put Embercleave in your deck. Adversary's great here. Yeah, probably. This is probably the Adversary matchup. All the Lovestruck Beach matchups are probably Adversary matchups. I almost feel like I want a second squad commander here. The stat line on Beacon of Unity seems not great in this matchup. It doesn't line up great into a lot of what they're doing, and it dies to Giant Slayer, so I think we cut all of those. That's most of our trims. If we cut like a Wildwood Tracker as the last one. Disciple. I guess I could give up a Cleric. I don't hate that. It's either this or this. I like having lots of 1-drops. Yeah, we brought in a warrior, but I'm also cutting a warrior here. Like I cut 4 warriors, chat. I brought in 5 warriors. Yeah, I think I like cutting the warrior because we're bringing in warriors. I guess I could cut Harald. Harald. Let's cut Harald. I like leaving in the 1 binding to tutor up on occasion. Green pathway? Green pathway? Green pathway? That's never lucky. That's fine. If we drew the green pathway, I'd have misclicked anyways, right? My deck's probably just saving us from ourselves. It's just like, listen, Jeff, the last time I did that for you, you fucked it up. No pathway for you. I did not. I'm going to do that after this game. After this match. This lets me check if it's stomping time, which is nice. It kinda does that. Show me some of your secrets. It just says some of your secrets doesn't have the same ring to it yet. This does not have the same ring to it. I didn't get to the good juicy bits. I feel like I'm likely to get stepped on or gianted regardless, so I think I'm just gonna attack with... Oh no, I'm silly. I should have played the other one first, right? Because if they trade, they no longer have a green thing. That's a pretty big mistake. Pretty big mistake. Learning play pattern still. Yeah, and now they're gonna get to step on this or do something to one of these. Yeah, that was bad. Hey, I Teeter. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people who can ship those Bezo bucks every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending them my way. Okay, so my read was good, but my sequencing was bad. I should have played this pre-combat and then attacked with the other one. Oh yeah, I did. I definitely, the swap pathway message in there with the Bezos emote from the sub is because I use my Twitch chat as a notes-taking box while I stream. Might have been wrong to throw that away to kill their 1/1. Was probably right to just attack with this. Yeah, we're gonna die here now. We needed to kill them before this happened. We're definitely the beatdown in this matchup. All right, we get to be on the play for game 3. What's the aggro deck motto again? I'll take the play for game 3. Huh? Keep? Green on the pathway. Yep. Black on this one. Play an innkeeper, please. Rats. Just looking for a draw that lets us play a card next turn, ideally. Okay. Let's just look at most of their stuff here. Need to hide one card. Yeah, I think we do just take the pathway, huh? Harald! Get the camera, Harald! We found the Paragon! Read. My enjoyment of this Harald bit doesn't make any sense, but I'm chuckling every time. God bless. A pretty good draw, right? Huh? We're gonna try and fade a green for a turn, he said, before his opponent plays Vivian. And just like actual worst case scenario. It is really bad, Brad. The power level swings are just so high. We're just dead, right? Yeah. I took the giant killer because it generated card advantage for my opponent. And their Vivian was stuck in their hand not doing anything, and it gave them free chump blockers to deny me the ability to hit them. So like if they just like draw a land there, we get to hit them and start generating card advantage ourselves. Yeah, the fact that they banned Escape the Wild and then immediately printed Skalds is really something. It's better than Escape the Wilds in most situations, right? It's cheaper. It just doesn't let you play an extra land. Yeah, and it's blinkable. It's blinkable with Yorion. Exactly correct. Does that mean the next set's gonna have Waters of Invention? Yikes. And just like something that makes me very sad is like, think about how playable this deck that we're playing would be if the party land came into play untapped. This archetype is just artificially kept at tier 2 because they didn't want to give it good mana. Like the fact that I have to play these come into play tapped lands instead of like decent lands really sucks. It's the text on the party land. It makes mana of any color, but it comes into play tapped. Yeah, the night land is untapped, yeah. So like there's a precedent to giving tribal decent fixing. Okay, we're gonna have a full party next turn, right? Yeah, but knights only exist in Mardu colors. Blue is the color. So like, you know. I think Escape the Wilds is problematic. I don't know. They banned it for a reason. I don't know. I honestly wasn't playing enough Standard at that point in time to really have an educated or informed opinion on it. So to answer your question, I don't know. Oh, I actually don't have a party, right? Because these are both clerics. This gives us party next turn, though. I assume something's dying in combat here. Hopefully Archpriest, since I have a redundant cleric. They're probably gonna kill Harald, I imagine. If they're smart, they kill Harald. You're trying to figure it out, chat. They puzzled it out. Well, to be fair, Pelly, the decks that I say are we just dead here against in Runeterra, I'm mostly just auto-conceding on site. So Magic to its credit in its standard format doesn't currently have any decks that I just skip playing against. Oh, you know what? If I would have played this as a green source, I would have been able to do this turn, huh? It's a mistake. Yeah, if I would have, yeah, the fact that I still have a full party, but I don't have a black source. Yeah, I shouldn't have played this on red. I played this on red for the small chance to be able to activate the 4/6's ability, but that was loose. The Coveted Prize is in hand. I should have prioritized. I would have been able to get our card that like gives them 1/0 and indestructible, and then we would have killed them next turn. Now they have a chance to break up our party. Is the 4/6 a trap? I don't think so. I think activating the 4/6 is probably a trap. And I let myself get trapped into thinking that was a good idea. I think in general that card is fine.
Seize the day, my man.
Yeah, and now they killed one of my party members, right? So like this is a huge swing. Oh, I guess I can. So I have rogue, anything, cleric. So I could go get a warrior here. And this costs me 2 right now because I have 3 in my party. So I could do this. And then I could do this for 2. And then I can play this for 1. Okay. We might be okay here. Squad up. If they don't have a sweeper, we have them dead.
I'll be back.
And again, we're in a worse spot than we otherwise would be because I messed up with my mana. Yeah, outside of playing the wrong land, that went well. Pretty sure Toski and Showdown coming against the control decks. It's a Garruk matchup too. This could be a Garruk matchup. Feel like this card's probably not great in this matchup. I know it was like okay there, but like they're gonna pick our board apart on average, right? It's probably gonna be kind of hard to cast. Leave a couple in. This is a lot of force, so I feel like I need to cut top end. I don't think we can cut any of these to bring in these cards. I'm interested to see if Garruk feels worthwhile at any point. Like, I feel like it's probably, like, Showdown and Toski is probably enough. It could even be, like, if we want more card advantage, like, just play a second Showdown. Getting back into Magic, so I figured I'd give back to one of my favorite streamers. Thanks for the quarter of a year, Stinky. It's a good time to jump back in. Call time has been fun. Yeah, you can also play Showdown without red mana because of Coveted Prize is something to note too. Like this casts a card that costs 4 or less if you have a full party. You can always find the deck list on the overlay or by typing !deck in chat too. If you're ever joined the stream late. Yeah, you really can't play quickly with the pathways. Gotta think through your sequencing for sure. So we have to look at 2 cards here and pick 1 to get rid of. It's probably not going to find anything too exciting, but we at least get to take a thing away. I think they timed out there, and that's why we got to see that. Maybe they didn't understand the interface. Yeah, my furnace, we weren't quite minus 30, but we were at like 20 degrees with down to -10 with wind chill last night. So my furnace was definitely struggling to keep up a little bit. We actually didn't get much snow at all. We got a little bit that didn't stick. And it's super awkward here. Yeah, we have humidifiers running in both of our bedrooms upstairs. Yeah, we're just super in here. Just drew too much top in again. Oh, the mana is too awkward to keep this, right? If this made white mana or green mana, I think I could keep it. Like, I don't think I can go tapped land into just 1 play on 2 here. Yep. Yep. This is where the magic happens. Howdy, Mean Bean. Yeah, we've been back at it for a week now. Over a week? Probably just dead here again. Yep, I understand. Remember, if you ever want to catch up on some backlog, it's all up on the YouTubes again as always. I do have Skalds in my deck right now, so we're going to go ahead and play this on red. Well, I mean, that technically generates card advantage. I think I'm supposed to wait, because if I draw a land, I'm going to want to kick this. You have bowed by 1/1. Gotcha. I think I'm just taking the Wildwood Tracker here. This is getting them a land, which gets them to Beanstalk Giant here in a second. I have one Binding of the Gods in my deck. They're through their enchantments at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this out. This was going to die next turn anyways, but I want to play more of my party cards to the board. They draw a removal spell. Feels like it. They're getting priority pauses. Unfortunate. So I assume Beanstalk Giant's gonna come down here. They drew Elder Gargoth. Their top decks have been very good. Our start was very bad. We tried. We mulliganed to 5. It's just how it goes sometimes. Decks like what we're playing tend to have pretty low amounts of player agency. How you mulligan is largely what you do. You're just looking to mulligan into a good hand and then curve out. So these decks can be fun to dork around with on the ladder, but they're definitely not a style of deck that I would ever take to a tournament because I just don't. I feel like I'm mostly just flipping coins all day. Doesn't scratch that itch that I look to play card games for. No, that's tomorrow, Blep. There you go. White, black, green. Any control decks? Nah, I think I'm pretty happy with the Sultai deck I'm playing tomorrow. I don't envision myself making changes. I'm gonna write out a sideboard guide tonight, make sure everything, all the ins and outs line up, but... Faceless Haven doesn't trigger Winota, so why would you play it? Can you explain? I don't understand why that would be a good choice. Oh, this didn't get bigger because this is a human. I missed a point of damage. I'm dumb. This would have gotten bigger with this this in play. Am I registering multiple copies of the World Snake? No, 0 or 1. World Snake's not very good. It's a very, very narrow set of decks that it's good against. The core problem with the World Snake is that the matches where it's good The matches where it's good from a theory standpoint tend to be Elspeth Conquers Death decks, which is very just brutal against Koma. So until Theros rotates out in the fall, I'd be surprised if Koma sees a ton of competitive play. Haven's a human. It's all creature types. Ugin also says buy Snake. Ugin exiling Snake is less of a big deal because Snake costing 7 means if Ugin comes down, the two of them trade. So from a this is a problem standpoint, it's really not much of a problem. Alright, so we can activate this now, which is nice. Yeah, the Snake is basically good against Izzet Flash, is my current take on the card. I didn't attack with Harald last turn, so I didn't want to trade Harald for 2/1/1s. We'll get our first Beacon of Unity activation here, chat. That's exciting. Okay, so warrior, cleric, this is a rogue, this is a wizard, coveted prize is on. Time to squad up, chat. Archpriest and Binding. Yeah, we've got one Binding to tutor for with our Demonic Tutor. Having one singleton card that says remove target problem in your deck when you have 4 cards that get you any card out of your deck is like super reasonable. Well, they had to double block. This says Menace. Well, I copy and pasted this deck list off the internet, so there's a chance it came from Sam Black at some point. I don't know. I don't really track the idea of deck ownership because I think it's very silly. People are too thirsty to claim that they own a deck idea. Magic's a game with a pretty finite number of cards, especially standard, so like the idea that like you and you alone came up with an idea for a deck is very silly. If 2 people can simultaneously come to the same conclusions about calculus, 2 people could definitely simultaneously come to the conclusions about what's decent in a Magic deck. Nothing's original in the age of the internet. The sooner you realize that, the happier you'll be. Yeah, that too. A lot of Magic decks are pretty self-building, is an accurate description, I think. We did it! This is probably a Bloodchief's Thirst matchup, right? Killing their Fox seems pretty important. Binding seems really slow. What else do I want to trim? Do we cut a Disciple? We trim one of this piece of top end because they have a lot of random jump blockers. Let's give that a go. Yeah, the cycling deck's on my list of things I want to try. It was in my deck editor. See, it would be so sweet if it had a green source. Well. What's new with cycling? Nothing. Deck doesn't have to be have new cards to still be playable. Big Bot, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. It got better pathways for its mana. This is why we boarded in our Bloodchief shit. I think we lead on Sentinel here so we can have extra mana next turn. Yeah, I imagine the party mechanic's gonna get better with the D&D set too. Have to imagine we'll see that one come back and we'll get some more support for it. Hopefully we get a decent land. I would really love an untapped party land. Cycling's the best deck for new players to Arena Change Your Mind. It relies very heavily on mulliganing to a specific card, and the 3-color mana base can be tough for people that are new to the game, so I would heavily disagree with your idea that it's good for new players. I think it's cheap to build. It's a good budget deck. But budget decks automatically being good for new players isn't the same thing, I don't think. Yeah, red aggro is probably the best thing for a new player. Not close. Oh yeah, and it's expensive because it's not even budget anymore, right? Like it was budget, but now you need all these pathways. There was a Morrow interview that said D&D wasn't going to have any cards that reference parties specifically. Seriously? Like that's wild to me. That seems like a huge miss. That's what Dungeons and Dragons is about. It's about getting your party together and going on an adventure. That makes me really sad. Like, one of the things I really dislike about not having blocks anymore is mechanics just don't get fleshed out like they used to. And I just assume that, like, the D&D world would be an excuse to flesh out the party mechanic that we got a little bit of. If they double cycle here, they could kill Archpriest, which is likely. Oh, okay. I think there's a big disconnect. It isn't a D&D set. It's just a Forgotten Realms set, which is a fantasy world. Boneless, thank you for the 34 months. Welcome back. Okay, so that was not something that I had heard. I'm aware of what Forgotten Realms is. I was not aware of the fact that it's not explicitly a D&D set, it's a Forgotten Realms set. CJNJ, thanks for the 28 months. Welcome back. That was definitely not the communications I had heard regarding the set. It makes slightly more sense, I guess. It's still sad, though, because, like, I would like more of these mechanics to be fleshed out. Like, Mutate's another good example of, like, I loved the Mutate mechanic, and the fact that it was only there for one set and then gone was very sad to me. Could have attacked with the 5/3 Archpriest if we played Vandal first. I could have, but then I wouldn't have had a creature in my graveyard to use the Vandal with. So I elected not to intentionally. I probably shouldn't have played that. There's no reason to extend into a potential sweeper here. Although, I guess with Zenith Flare, we're supposed to extend. Well, shit. Torin, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel. 15 months, JMOs. Welcome back. Not beating double flare in a million years. Fine, I guess. We have all of our colors and we can cycle this. Oh, is Zenith Flare the MTG space laser I've heard so much about? If only it was that innocent and not some hyper bigoted conspiracy nonsense. If only it was something that reasonable. Speaking of, I tweeted this, but I feel like it bears repeating here as well. I had someone in my YouTube comments that was very upset that I would say mean things about the crazy congresswoman from Georgia spreading vicious, bigoted conspiracy theories in the United States government. They thought it was very rude of me to call people that believe in QAnon stuff idiots. They're harmful idiots that are hurting society and real people. My YouTube comments have been on for a long time, Jubos. Like, literal years. You know, no joke, I let them know that my channel wasn't one of their conservative safe spaces, and then I blocked them from being able to post more comments on my YouTube channel. Figured I would save them from themselves if they needed a conservative safe space. So Harald draws us another card, which is nice. Hey, and Twitch must be having issues. You're the second person to say resubs are not popping up messages. Sorry about that. Platform's having some kind of issues today. Hey, this gives us a party, right? Yeah, yours did, CJ. Some appear to be popping up and some are not. For people that don't follow American politics, all you need to know about the Conservative Party in the United States is that more members of the GOP in the House voted to censure one of their members for voting to impeach Donald Trump than voted to censure their QAnon conspiracy spewing member. Because the only thing that matters to them is having people that are compliant and will toe the party line, regardless of what they're saying or doing. They wanted the QAnon lady on the education committees, is exactly correct. Hasn't educate. We just got rid of Betsy DeVos, okay? We don't need the QAnon lady on the education committees. Yes, she also had previous statements saying that Sandy Hook was a false flag and things like that. And while the other awful past just the anti-Semitism, she also had awful things like that as opinions. Really does not belong, and it doesn't belong in the government, but definitely doesn't belong on that committee. Man, we really need to squat up here, huh? I think we're just supposed to keep impulsing looking for it, right? Yikes. Man, where are they? Did I board in the second one? Forget if I boarded in the second one. Bottoming all of our covetous things there. And like, this board stall is really bad for us because our opponent just gets to sit here and cycle a bunch of stuff, and then eventually they kill us with the Zenith player. In a funny, sad sort of way, private liability lawsuits might actually be the thing that push back on QAnon and other bullshit in the United States. A bunch of the companies that create the voting machines that Fox News and Giuliani and stuff were saying were rigged and had issues are suing all of these people for lots of money. And hopefully they win those cases in court. And that'll give these companies and people actual pause if their own money is on the line. Because all these idiots care about is their own money. So like if their money is at risk to the tune of billions of dollars, they'll be slightly less likely to be able to spew nonsense that's not just not real. Alright, this might be too little too late. We'll see. If they're really unlucky and don't have a Zenith Flare in the top half of their deck, we might be okay, but... yeah, I assume we're dead here. It's just Flare on tap Flare again. Alright. So, sadly, this deck went about how I was expecting it to go. We had some impressive linear draws when our deck was firing on all cylinders and our mana was functional, but in a majority of the games, we were mulliganing to oblivion because our mana wasn't functional or our curve wasn't good enough, and yeah, it just... this deck really needed an untapped party land to be competitive. I don't like... Your nut draws are great, but your average draws and your bad draws are just aggressively mediocre. We needed, like, one more good Changeling card or better mana or something. Like, if we would have had better payoffs inside of black and green, like, if we could play this as a 2-color aggro deck, it might be fine, but, like, the fact that one of the best payoffs for the party mechanic is a 1-mana white card goes a long way towards making our mana hurt a lot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think, like, even if it's just as simple as, like, if these were 4 untapped party lands, this deck might be fine, but as is, it's just not good. I agree. I was actually expecting this set to go worse than it did. I think we won 2 matches in that set, but... on average, the inconsistency and average power level is just very low, right? Like, Magic doesn't tend to be a game anymore that's forgiving to these low power, high synergy decks. You need your individual power level of your cards to be high in most competitive Magic decks these days, and this deck's just not that. But a bunch of our cards are just embarrassing on their own.